Okay. So, David, let's wave hi.
Hi.
So I'm Valeria. What's your name?
David.
And today we are going to paint something. Woo! Okay, we're gonna. All siblings have a special connection to each other, but the bond I have with my brother is unlike any other. Being David's sister has been a challenge and a privilege. I don't remember when David was diagnosed with autism or when I first noticed he was different. To me, he's always been normal. I don't understand what it's like to fight with a sibling because David is nonverbal. In almost 16 years, David has hardly said a word. He'll answer simple questions like, "What's your name?" or "Are you hungry?" But he can never tell me what he's hungry for. He's never sat down and told me that he feels sick or sad. A lot of life with David is a guessing game, but lucky for us, he isn't too difficult to figure out. He loves to take pictures and videos of us on his iPad. He loves baking with me, and he loves the pool. Growing up with David was interesting. As a child, he never seemed to want to play with me or show any interest at all. I thought my little brother, the apple of my 5-year-old eye, didn't like me, which is a pretty heartbreaking thought for a kid. My parents explained to me that David would probably never speak to me, never play with me, never be the little brother I dreamed of having. He would always be different, but it didn't mean he didn't like me. He loved me just as much as I loved him, but I would have to be the big sister and look out for him. It was my job to love him, and I promised to do just that. Nowadays, David is the embodiment of a gentle giant, but he wasn't always like that. Like many kids with autism, David had a difficult time as a child and often had terrible temper tantrums. He would yell and kick, sometimes in public. He would pinch me and pull my hair and even try to run away. We tried everything, from horse riding therapy that unfortunately revealed an awful hay allergy, to a cocktail of medications that either made him very tired or very angry. After many years of more misses than hits, our family decided to forego medication and instead teach David in a structured and disciplined environment. He calmed down, and he learned to control himself. Now he's a perfect gentleman. Instead of tugging at my hair when he's nervous, David will often reach for my arm for comfort and protection, even though he's nearly a foot taller than I am. Even though I'm physically smaller than him, he sees me as his big sister who will protect him. Having a brother who would mimic anything I did made me learn responsibility very quickly. If I made my bed in the morning, so would David. If I ate eggs and toast for breakfast, so did David. If I was grounded from watching TV, David would sit in silence next to me as I read a book. I have to be very careful about what I do around him. I can't be too loud or say bad words or watch scary movies. Having David around as a kid forced me to be the best version of myself I could be, because I knew he was always watching me. I had to be a good role model. Having a brother with autism can be great sometimes. David is a fantastic listener. He would never interrupt me if I talked to him, and I can trust him with any secret. He would never tell a soul. David is also a great photographer. His favorite subjects are himself, in various forms, our family, and his own artistic renderings of himself and our family in cartoon form. Here we are seen as otters. I'm the short purple one. Going to the grocery store is always fun. David likes to dance around and sing. Sometimes people stare and whisper, but I never feel awkward or embarrassed by him. This is my normal. Sometimes I wonder what our future will be like. David will never get married or be able to have a job, so one day I will have to take care of him. Sometimes he's more like a son than a brother. When it comes to making friends, it is important for me to see how they react to David and how David reacts to them. I know my future husband will have to love David as much as I love him because he will always be a part of my life. My kids will love their Uncle David and his giant puzzle collection and affinity for cartoons. I wouldn't be the person I am today without my brother. He taught me the power of my actions and my voice. He taught me how to see the world with open eyes. He taught me how to love people and respect them as they are. If it weren't for David, I wouldn't have worked so hard to get into a good college. He's the reason I study my butt off so I can get into medical school. He's the reason I want to be a doctor, so I can help more people like him. David didn't change my life. He is my life. And I wouldn't change him one bit. Thank you for listening.